going to do to that Evil Geniuses defense? Does he get physical, or does he just stick it out in the midfield and make it tough for him to counterattack?
Well, I think for them, they have to feel out what EG's defense really looks like necessarily,
sure.
right? Because Evil Genius is a very adaptable team. And now we get into this moment where we got him here on screen. How well can G2 break down this Evil Geniuses roster? Already off to a hot start. You see them here with the kickoff. A good beat there from Ivan, I should say. 50's being played in the corner. G2 already very wild, but EG on the counterattack. Rizek's trying to get the flick out. Good save from JNabs.
Scary. That's what you were worried about. It's like, well, G2, you may allow an open net once or twice, and there was a lot of space there to work with as JNab's going to rifle one off the post. Rizek's dodging a demo, going to make sure the net stays clear for Evil Geniuses, and some quick back and forth opportunities for both teams at the start of this one.
Already, so far, so good. These teams start to, like I said, feel each other out. But we've seen things take a turn in an instant. So right now, JNabs, who needed to get that good beat. Chicago back, low boost, but gets a really strong clear. AC trying to set up JNabs, but there's Rizek's Catalysm looking for the middle, and it will be saved out.
Chicago, quite a difficult touch there. Trying to figure out if it was going to be popped across or towards the net. Atomic comes up empty. Ivan just got to skate this one across the floor. It's going to stick on the floor. Rizek cannot find his way through the melee in front of the net. Oh, so close to getting on the board first.
Very close, but still scoreless here in game one. As EG already off to some hot starts. Now Evil Genius is playing off their own back wall. Here's some pressure, but everybody seems pretty set and under control. JNabs, does he have the double? He's looking for it. Does get a piece of the ball, but no one there available to really follow up, and we're going to see G2 on defense.
In a very calm, cool, collected approach to Evil Genius's defense there. We don't have to press anything. Very comfortable allowing JNabs to spring that air dribble down. Nice idea, pass to Ivan, chipped over the top. JNabs is tied up, and that's perfectly placed. Catalysm, top right corner.
Yeah, now we're starting to see it. Look, they're getting into it already. Good placement there to throw off the defense. Catalysm, shot placement perfect. Bounces a little bit off the woodwork, but as long as it still goes in, Evil Geniuses have set the tone.
Great start for Evil Geniuses. Definitely the biggest concern was, do you have the tools to stop a very dangerous G2 offense? And so far it would seem, yes indeed, and converting on a couple of good pushes back the other way as well. So how do you hold on to the lead? Because you already know G2's got to send the whole house. It's going to get real crowded real quick on that blue side of the pitch. So would not be surprised to see if EG continue to try and press here to give themselves an insurance goal, because G2, when they really put the pressure on you, it's tough to remain disciplined on defense.
Yeah, we haven't seen necessarily G2 put the pressure on just yet, and that is kind of my concern here. Looking at the shots there, only 4 shots coming out from G2, and you have 6 from EG. EG has been up the field. They're looking for another one. Catalysm won't be able to get behind it, but this is definitely G2 that's under pressure here.
Certainly. And you cannot ask for anything more of EG. This is, as far as they're concerned, an excellent start to the game, keeping a team like G2 scores well over 2 per game off the boards early, really making them work for even possession. Couldn't ask for much more considering how many tools they've got to break out of their own half. So really strong start here from Evil Geniuses.
The corner, looking for Atomic. But does get that demo. Will it open up some space? Rizek's in an uncomfortable spot. JNabs looking for that midfield pass, but it will be denied. And that was a really strong chance for G2. Now they got to go back and play defense as Evil Geniuses starting to set up. There's the touch out from Chicago. Almost said pass, but he didn't pass it to anybody. That ball gets sent away. JNab's looking for something off the backboard, but there's that EG defense, able to shut them down. And now look at that Catalysm. He almost picked the pockets.
I really don't blame Catalysm for trying to score that one himself, even though he had Rizek coming up behind him, because that strong follow-through off of a quick snap, straight down touch like that can really tie up a defense. And would have been great to see Evil Geniuses come up with a second goal. JNab's dumped across the box. Hello, Atomic out of nowhere. Ivan able to stick with it again off the backboard. G2 trying to ramp up and increase the amount of pressure on that blue side, just like we thought they were going to try and do. But is it enough? Back to JNabs. So many options. Rizek is right on it.
Atomic, that one straight out. Can Chicago get the read? Chicago does have it. Catalysm and JNabs. That's a good 50 in favor of G2. Atomic has a free ball. Takes the shot, but Ivan's there for the block. G2 have not left this in. Can Chicago do it by himself? He can! G2 tie up the game.
Really great idea there from Chicago. You know you're going to get the defender to freeze in the middle of the net when you're rolling it around like that in case they pass it out. And Chicago is like, excellent. There's enough space here inside this post for me to take it all the way. Really great head on his shoulders to stick that one in himself.
A titanium wall crafted by EG for most of this game, but that G2 pressure found a crack. Now 30 seconds left. Here we go. Corner. Ivan looking for a counterattack for EG. Gets control, has the flip reset. Atomic sends it away, but almost gives up possession. Oh, 50, and good cut, but still G2 not stopping. JNaps won't be able to reach it. And possession will be given to EG. Final 10 seconds. Pass out. Catalysm looking for Rizek in the midfield, but he had to hesitate. JNaps will play this into the corner. EG with the presence here, so to speak, but here comes the counterattack. Atomic was trying to end the game. It gets blocked out and hits the ground, and we have an overtime in game 1.
I always knew there was a chance there. As soon as that ball got dumped into the middle, Atomic definitely going to be trying his hardest to try and close it out in regulation. Tight one, but Evil Geniuses hang on. Yeah, they couldn't keep everything out of the net, but they have kept it within arm's length. That's all you ask for. One goal, you can score at any time. Evil Geniuses getting bumped out here. Ivan gives up space, and they're going to get scored on. He went up the backboard instead of turning out to go for the ball, and G2 going to eat him up.
Yeah, free space to Atomic, and you can see EG not set in defense. G2 struck at the perfect time, and then they take that game 1. And look at them. Looks like they're finally starting to get set in everything. The comms seem good for them. This is the G2 we expect to see.
I feel so bad for Evil Geniuses. I thought they were playing so well for so long, but unfortunately you just couldn't quite keep them out. I mean, again, I have to give a lot of props there to Chicago. I mean, that equalizing goal, it's so smart. I mean, it's things you don't even actively think about until you're right there behind the ball, you know, a half a second before you're scoring it, thinking, oh, I've got the space, and it's just the ability to process all of the information so quickly. Incredible shot from Chicago to get that one into the net. Evil Geniuses, I thought they honestly played a brilliant game. It's really just unfortunate that it came down to overtime, and I mean, again, another split-second decision. Ivan says, I want to make sure I defend the net, and I mean, perfect shot top of the net, and he kind of had to hit the brakes as well as he went up, so he couldn't even cleanly cross, and it was just like, that's tough.
Yeah, it was a perfect storm there if you look at the defensive EG because, you know, like we said, they had all the saves. I think they were sitting at 8 saves that game, which is on par for the average, as wild as that may be. That is on par for the average.
That's an average day at the office for them. Let's go make 8-9 saves.
My goodness. G2, they went from only having, I mean, when they were down, they only had like 4 shots. So they really ramped it up towards the end there.
We'll see if they can keep that ferocity of the offensive attack as well moving into game 2, because, I don't know, I feel like G2, once they kind of get rolling, it's tough to stop them. And so I wouldn't be surprised if they come out here, pop 6, 7, 8 on target, and how about they just open it up?
And there you go, JNaps getting involved. And you see Chicago getting locked in there with them. Just a simple follow-up, beautiful touch there from JNaps. And now you're starting to see everybody kind of get involved scoring-wise here as G2 gets set in the live environment. EG, though, for the defensive stand that they've had this game and for the numbers, giving up this one early, uncharacteristic by them.
Very uncharacteristic, to say the least. And now you have to know that they have to score 2, so Evil Geniuses playing outside the comfort zone, really. Going to have to find a way to get aggressive on their own half, get that ball moving horizontally. You need to get G2 to relinquish a little bit of space somewhere on the pitch so that you can find a nice deep clear to at least get G2 out of your own half and really get your feet set before trying to regain possession. So Evil Geniuses and how they move the ball around their own half here down early is going to be a big determining factor on whether or not they can come back here.
Atomic carrying this one into the midfield. EG there to meet him. It's Ivan. And Chicago will have the space here. Does have the boost also to control this ball. But easy, big clear out there from Rizex. Not afraid to challenge Chicago in the air. And now you see Evil Geniuses with some space. But what do they do with it is, doesn't look like they're going to hold on to this offense for much longer. G2 has been there every challenge in the midfield.
Oh, and I love Rizek's trying to keep this ball close. He's through everybody. It's off the line, and Chicago is able to come back just in the nick of time to keep that one out of his own net.
Good save there for G2. Now they're trying to transition. A little bit of space here as EG try to figure out what they want to do. Catalysm lands in the perfect spot. Ball in the hood. Has to just get past Chicago, but Atomic's back in time. Ivan will have space. Pass out. Catalysm just could not reach the ball. This one is slowed down tremendously if you compare it towards the end of game one, but here's a chance.
Awkward.
Atomic, will he find another touch? No, won't be able to find it. And Chicago will have to play third man for a bit.
That was a real big chance there for Atomic to put a lot of pressure on that EG defense. Didn't catch the ball cleanly, kind of pushed his car down instead straight towards that backboard where he was trying to head with it. Unfortunately for G2, they're going to have to try again to find an insurance goal, because once they do that, I mean, G2 is just going to camp you out. Evil Geniuses are going to have to work overtime to really break down that G2 defense.
The defensive wall of Evil Geniuses is starting to crack here a bit. And now we need to see what their offense is capable of. Meanwhile, G2, oh, they got to make that save. It's a good save. Follow-up blocked out as well. Catalysm, shot in, and we got a tied-up game.
You can see Chicago there just bouncing around the back corner of the net as he goes across here. Can't get unstuck to try and make it back to the other side. G2 trying their best, but they do indeed crack. And that's all Evil Geniuses needed. Even playing field, anything up for grabs now.
This one, I mean, we said it before we got in. It could go in any direction, and you're starting to see why. Just tales of, or showings of brilliance, but also some mistakes, and we've seen a little bit of that on G2. Sometimes they push a little too far forward. Last time they got taken out, and maybe they start to slow things down now. Oh, double commit. Chicago has to hit that one well, and he does, but Catalysm will make the save. And Rizex is forcing the counterattack into the G2 win. Everyone's trying to get in front of him, but no one made good contact on the ball.
Those G2 really just trying to capitalize on what they realized is a lag in the defense of Evil Geniuses, trying to get up as fast as possible to see if they could put one on target. Not able to convert, unfortunately, but they are still pressing, and that one thankfully right to Ivan.
That's a lot of boost used there from Atomic now. Chicago gets beat out by Rizex. That corner boost is up. Atomic didn't get it. He's stuck at 8. And he'll try to send that one towards JNaps. G2 been playing off the wall. Here's Ivan looking for a follow-up touch. Chicago puts that in midfield. Catalysm, backboard, straight down. Catalysm scores! EG are running it up.
Advantage position, Catalysm. What do you do here if you're Atomic? It's coming straight down. You are going nowhere, static, flat-footed on the goal line. Catalysm putting all of force in front of him and making sure he's just going to drive it right through. You can see the whole play develop. Very easy to execute on. Catalysm, well-deserved goal.
Yeah, it was really once you saw G2 low on boost, and then they had to make some tough saves. And EG, when they noticed that, especially because someone's going to comp, hey, I took that back right boost, or I took their boost. So they know, okay, we have them on the back end. Let's just keep pressuring. No one on the backboard. Catalysm goes on the backboard. He doesn't care where it's going to go. If it bounces off, if he gets a follow-up, all those things are important.
And you were just talking about why G2 was starting to lose kind of that boost game. You were saying a lot of boost used for Atomic. It's because they're trying to be as fast as possible, as aggressive as possible. And Evil Geniuses was starting to come back on that challenge game. And when you're using that much boost and you're not getting the return of the space back the other way to go and collect more and keep the attack up, Evil Geniuses, like you said, recognizing the deficit and the advantage that they had and continue to press. 1 second on the clock. That one's going to touch the floor. Evil Geniuses going to tie up the series.
And it looks like we have a series on our hands as well here. Comms from Evil Geniuses look great, and so does their offense. They actually shot more than they had made saves in this time. So
a welcome sight if you're an EG fan. Oh, good. They didn't just camp their net the whole game.
Yeah, it's funny because a lot of people describe EG as a very adaptable team. That's one of the things some people say about them, is that it's really hard to nail down a play style for them because they adapt to their opponents. And sometimes that can be tough to do, but it seems like it's benefiting them from this series because they definitely got more out of their own box compared to game 1 here. And they started to break G2 down, took the boost away from them, and They saw that, hey, maybe we can be successful on offense as long as these guys aren't in the air all the time.
And it's really all about those big key challenges, because when G2 is playing so aggressive and trying to get up and making sure that they have the time advantage over you in terms of closing distance to challenges, if you start sticking them at least in that same spot and not letting them clear that space, that's when G2 really starts to get a little scrappy, and how to defend becomes much more difficult, because you're at that point it's not optimal, right? Going as aggressively as you are, it's great when you're winning the challenges and at least being able to clear the space and really reset and adapt to the next situation. But if you're ending up in a lot of stalemates and you're being that aggressive, you will end up with a boost deficit, because EG is just, like we say, that they're so chill back on the other side. They're like, oh, okay, that one didn't go anywhere, so we can go challenge that. And they're going to be in a much stronger position to approach the ball from. And it led to G2's eventual demise there at the end of game 1, as Catalysm just going to poke that out to the safety of his corner with the help of Ivan, clear the space.
Finally get some room there. G2 started out very early on with some offense. Things are starting to settle down. Well, not for EG. They're getting demoed right now. And G2 playing around them, almost a transitional play, but it did get denied here at the goal line. Now, you see JNaps. Ooh, not able to get a solid touch on that. Ivan does have another. We'll get this into midfield, and kind of battling with a bunch of ideas here on both sides.
There's, again, G2 not phased from their game plan. I mean, even if it didn't work in their favor in the previous game, still trying to get up as aggressively as possible, as quickly as possible, pretty much anything in the air, unless they know for a fact that they're beat to one. It's you know, it works, or you're going to be in some tough spots. And more often than not, G2 ends up being the better team for it, because they do have 3 incredibly strong mechanical players that are comfortable being in tight spots. And that's what allows them to feel so comfortable being as aggressive as they are.
There's also one reason why this matchup is so interesting to watch, because you can see EG, they're a defensive team, so they want, you know, it's much more of a risk here. As Atomic goes up, will he find the double? Oh! Atomic! Oh, explodes for G2!
Oh my goodness, look at him dot this in between 3 defenders. Notices the unprotected backboard. Boom!
That's so
in the middle!
Perfect. What kind of placement is that?
That's disgusting, is what it is. Oh, man. There's one spot in the net. It was right there.
One spot! That's insane. Atomic starting things off for G2, but they're not done yet. They're looking for another. Chicago plays that high. Catalysm. And Ivan trying to reach it, but Ivan's just going to use boost. Says, okay, I'll just take G2. It's fine. The demos are coming out, and Rizex is alone. Atomic's trying to demo him, and Chicago will instead take the ball to try to push it downfield. But we are starting to see G2 on the hunt. They've been getting a lot more demos, and I think they understand.
Yeah.
Maybe we just make EG just uncomfortable in that defensive end, because then they can't counterattack us.
Yeah, exactly. If you start taking players out, it's incredibly difficult to manage, especially with how aggressive G2 will be if they get on those demos, because you have to cover extra space now to cover up the gap that's created by the demo, and that will certainly play into G2's favor. But it's a real double-edged sword to try and be that aggressive with demos. You can only really do it if you're feeling comfortable, and G2 is certainly trying their best to make sure that they've got a lot of leeway to do pretty much whatever they want.
Ivan pinch out. Tried to buy his team some time, but now Chicago sending it downfield to Atomic, straight to Chicago on the hood.
The idea.
It was great. JNaps immediately was stretched back, and now EG, there's a demo. Can Rizex score this? He can! And you look at this, EG gives G2 a taste of their own medicine.
They notice they've got the opportunity here. JNaps really didn't get good power on that flip reset there. Doesn't clear the first defender. And so they catch that ball at the midfield, put the pressure on. They have the extra people in the box, and they go, yep, take out the back line. We'll see what we can do about this challenge. They get out in front of it. That's EG jumping all over a misplay from G2. Well-deserved equalizer.
Well, 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 what do we have here? As we're starting to see EG, I mean, the plays that they've created are, I mean, both teams have just been adapting over the course of this, so it's constantly watching those changes happen. Very interesting. As Rizex up high, looking for another touch, won't be able to find it. A little awkward here for G2, but they're not in danger. As Ivan played that one slow, just tried to get G2 to give up the ball. And G2 are doing that, but they still have that possession.
Oh, Rizex and Ivan both gave him space, and Chicago, nice understanding of where the play is heading, and that's that small breakdown in that EG defense that really lets G2 make sure they get out in front of it and don't let you out. So great job to recover there from Evil Geniuses on defense and get themselves back into a manageable position on the pitch.
Rizex playing it slow. Atomic with the demo and catalysm. Rizex in a tough spot, has the boost. Not another 50, but his teammates respawn in time. Final minute, game 3. Oh, big challenge there. JNap's up. JNap's with the shot, and it's just off. He gets a bump with 2. Oh my goodness!
Oh my God!
2-0! Atomic gives G2 the lead.
You've got to be joking. You're thinking, oh, he shot it right at a Keslam. They're going to be fine. And then, nope. How about 2 for the price of 1? Open the door as wide as possible. Atomic going to walk right through. Toodaloo indeed.
See you later. G2. I mean, wow, what a bump. You know, normally you expect 1, but 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only way they're scoring if you got both there.
Great work there from G2. Now EG, though, they're still under pressure. 30 seconds left. This game is not over. Chicago might end it there. Ivan, though. Deep save. EG still trying to break out. Ivan to Catalysm. Fast ball, but Atomic's there to reach it. Chicago to JNaps. Again, giving up the possession. They just want the ball on the other end of the field. But EG gotta go down the stretch here. Ivan will get it to the back wall. Can Rizex work with it? Chicago denies him. Chicago gonna keep that ball close and look to kill it, but Catalysm will get one more touch out. Does EG have a drive here? They're moving upfield. Rizex tries, and can Ivan reach it? Does have it on the hood, but drops it. And G2 have the series on that.
Oh, so close. You didn't really know if there was going to be anything there for Evil Geniuses on that last drive, but always disappointed to see it fall to the ground without seeing the potential realized. So great job, G2. Had to work real hard to get some of those goals in. I'm still reeling from that Atomic double tap. I could not believe that dude just slotted it with everybody in the net like that. That was pretty. And honestly, a gorgeous game winner. I know it was the first one, but like, come on.
Hey, you know, this shows something here from G2 Esports. It's that they're not afraid at all, right? The fact that Atomic takes that shot, knowing everyone's in the net, he's not scared of. He says, okay, well, let's see if all of you can save the shot.
You gave me space, so I'm going to try.
And then on top of that, you know, we talked earlier in this game about, you know, EG's defense and how, like, G2, when they play offense, you know, it's kind of risk-reward based. Yeah. But clearly, G2 are not scared to take those risks. You saw it again with the JNap's double bump. Like, you know, plays like that and the fear of not, you know, being out of the play to try to create a play, so to speak, out of nothing. That's one of the big differences here that G2 are bringing to the table. And EG, they haven't found a response to it yet.
And I think the biggest thing that speaks to the idea of that, why G2 plays the way they do. Like, when we interview a lot of players in this league, and we all ask them, you know, what did you guys feel like you had to do? And they always say, we had to go out there and play our game. G2 does not matter what the situation is. They're going to go out there and try and get aggressive and put as much pressure on you as possible. Sometimes it backfires, but they don't backpedal on their approach to the game. It is always what they want to be doing. And that's why it's been so successful in this past split.
How much success can this roster have here in the Winter Major? As G2 looking for another goal. Chicago, oh, it bounces off the post. Catalysm will push it up. But JNaps to Atomic. Atomic misses. Chicago, does he have the double? He's looking for it, but off target again. So much pressure from G2, but they come up empty.
They all had to finally relinquish some space there. They threw literally all the boost that they had at it and said, all right, fine, we couldn't score. We'll give you a little bit of space here. Evil Geniuses, what do you do on the orange half? Nice little chip from Rizex and trying to throw some misdirection at that G2 defense, but JNap's cutting across the middle of the pitch, taking it away nicely, and everybody going to be forced to reset and kind of fight for possession here. Nobody really having strong control of the ball. As I say that, of course, JNap's just going to beat 2 people. G2 going to be in an excellent position here.
That pinch kind Threw off G2's plans here a little bit. Catalyst, wow, got the 50 on that ball. But Atomic still trying for JNabs. JNabs off the backboard. He has it! Double to the top left! JNabs the shooter!
Could you ever doubt it? Of course! Jacob Knappman gonna deliver another one into the opposition. What a shot! And that's what we were talking about. Speed, aggression, get as fast as you can up to the ball, beats everyone to it, and delivers.
Okay. JNabs getting started, and honestly, I was really surprised. You know, he used the boost on the earlier channels, but didn't use all of it. Had enough to set up that double. Really well done in boost control there from JNabs on that last drive. But EG, they got to get back into this one. Down by 1, plenty of time left, but it does feel like offensively they've been quiet.
I love JNabs there, trying to get right through that EG defense one more time. Can't say you're surprised at it at all. G2, really good spacing here, a lot to pick apart, and unfortunately, third man nowhere to be found. In fact, even Evil Geniuses kind of caught off guard a little bit by that, allowed G2 to have maybe one more look at it.
Ooh, Catalysm was looking for a good challenge there. Ivan will send that down. Catalysm is going to turn, but Atomic has his ball, gets it past both. Rizex, does he find it? Oh. G2 in trouble. Rizex again, looking for the dunk. Can Catalysm finish? Can anyone from EG finish? Chicago blocks it out, and JNabs will clear it away.
Needed the help from JNabs there, and not strong contact, but G2 doesn't really care about that. As long as they clear the space, they're satisfied. And once more into the breach for G2, this EG defense being real sticky and tough to shake.
Good touch there. Chicago. Does he have this? Pinches down, and Atomic will control it. Going up the sidewall. What's he going to do? Ends up getting it past Ivan. Well, I thought he did. Ivan really had a good read on that.
Yeah.
EG, even down by 1. They're still trying to not give up too much. They're playing a more controlled game. Because, again, they just know they need that one breakout play. But it's tough because G2 have so much pressure on them.
That's a great demo from Chicago. He knows he was never getting anywhere near that ball, but he takes away the ability from EG to actually go on the counterattack. And Chicago trying to get one on target. Unfortunately, doesn't have any forward momentum. Stalls out on the goal line. But G2 wasting a good 30, 40 seconds here. The clock continuing to tick.
They got the boost. They just need to make the right play. Ivan, good 50. Good 50 again. Catalysm going for the shot. He finds it! Tied up game! Catalysm strikes for EG.
That's what you talk about. So aggressive from Chicago, so aggressive from Atomic, but it all stalemates. It doesn't give them the space. JNabs isn't back yet, and Evil Genius is gonna collect.
And you know, it's not flashy. It's not a double tap into the top left corner. It's just winning challenges. Almost another goal off of that one. I've been just a little too late on that last touch. But
we're tied.
We're tied. It has potential to go 5 here. Can EG pull it off? Ivan trying to do it all by himself. Atomic makes the save. Catalysm comes up, but JNabs with the beat. Rizex buying time. And is buying time really well. Good challenges there from Rizex. 30 seconds left. G2 with possession, but do they have enough control? Atomic's trying to get there. It's Atomic versus Rizex, and the 50 will go in favor of Rizex because it buys his team some time to get back.
And a great job from Catalysm there, dodging a demo attempt from Atomic. G2, even with 20 seconds left, trying to close it out right here.
Atomic gets that to the sidewall. Plays it up, and Catalysm throws it in the air. Was that the right decision? Has to follow it to make sure and gets the ball to Ivan. Ivan trying to get this middle. Has Rizex middle, but Rizex commits. So now Atomic's going to try to send this downfield. Ball hits the ground, though, and we have a tense game for overtime ahead of us.
So that one's not it. We don't want that look. That was going nowhere. So we'll just reset on the kickoff. Everybody on a level playing field, and thankfully one back in time. As Evil Geniuses not starting off the way they would like, under some pressure with not the cleanest control of the ball.
Guys here on Rizex has all the boost. Rizex up, has to get a beat on Atomic and does. Looking for a follow-up touch, does get it. The bounce out, can Catalysm work with it? Now it's Ivan's turn. Ivan to win, blocked out by JNabs.
You can't beat JNabs. He is actually one of the best defenders in North America, believe it or not. Everyone always thinks he's so mechanical and a brilliant you know, put away and set up Artis, but a lot of the presence he brings to that G2 defense is a strong defensive side of things and shows it off there.
1 minute into overtime almost. G2 under pressure. Chicago looking for bumps. JNaps with a low ball trying to get some control there.
Oh,
still with this one. JNaps again coming up. G2 are not stopping. They're not waiting on EG. They're continuing to apply this pressure, but EG survived, and now they're going to make themselves all the way downfield. Rizek was waiting on the boost. Did end up getting it, but that might be a dangerous position he put his teammates in. Ivan. Oh no, JNaps gets there, trying to get it to Chicago. This battle for the midfield. Tense as both teams looking for a way in. Atomic can set up Chicago here, but not the best touch point.
Certainly, but oh, and that might squeak through as well. Atomic really just trying to buy some time here. He's like, get away from the ball. I'm not ready to play defense yet. G2 really unwilling to relinquish any type of control, but they're going to have to fight off Evil Geniuses here. Smash towards the backboard and very patient defense from G2 right now.
Oh, Atomic has Chicago on the wing. Chicago will get the ball, clear up to JNaps. We've seen this before. Does JNaps have this double? No, way too far, and EG's there. Evil Geniuses will try again.
You can see they're trying to go for this big, long clears, force G2 to give up a little bit of ground and see what they can do after that. Kicked into the middle. There's Catalysm back to Rizek.
Oh, he's blocking Chicago. He's buying time for Ivan, but the clear comes out for JNaps. Now Rizek has to slow down Atomic. Atomic will get the ball. Pass. JNaps. Shot. In! G2 winning 4!
What is this touch from Atomic? I mean, how do you make sure that one's got enough juice, and how is JNaps even there for that? Like, yeah, it's gonna be there. I'll go get it. Why not? What a push from G2, and that's exactly the type of aggressive attitude that gets the job done more often than not. Like you said, they're gonna knock off EG in 4, and just like that Endpoint Renegade series, EG really making them work hard for it.
Yeah, they did. You know, like the defensive stops were really strong here from EG. They had they showed that, okay, we can keep even G2 aggressive demo team that even, you know, they have a lot of passes. They can put extended pressure on. Yeah, we can keep them from scoring over 2 goals in a game, or even almost trying to shut them out at some points in fashion. G2 had to work for that win, and EG showed that, you know, this is why this is what people had called their group one of the, you know, more harder groups in our group stage at the Winter Major, and that's, I mean, that was just game 1 for them, I think.
Yeah, very difficult team to break down Evil Geniuses. Unfortunately, not enough tools back on the other side of things to kind of equalize that pressure here and there, and overall, excellent series from them, but not enough to really get the job done, and that's why it's so tough. That's why, more often than not, historically, Rocket League has favored the offensive, the aggressive teams, because if you're forcing people to make decisions on defense, you're applying a lot more pressure than if it's just like, well, we can't go get that one on offense, so we'll just rotate back and wait for him to bring the ball to us, and you're approaching that defense from a place of strength rather than just like, oh my gosh, Atomic is double tapping the ball over my head off the backboard. I'm terrified.
Just looking at the air, just can't move at all. But G2, as a team, they end up moving a little bit forward here with that win. So we'll see how things shake up. I believe our next match is going to be G2 versus Secret. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here at the Winter Major.